SIFTER.com.au.
Hi, I'm Fiona Bartholomeus.
And I'm Kyle Paletto.
Welcome to Walkthrough, SIFTER's weekly recap on the biggest news in video games.
This week, Embattled Dark and Darker goes on sale. Linux overtakes Mac as second most popular platform on Steam, and we wrap the latest Pokémon Presents announcements. Here is the news for Sunday, 13th of August. Let's go!
Join the SIFTER community on Discord at sifter.com.au/Discord.
Korean developer Iron Mace has released the highly anticipated Dark and Darker into early access, despite an ongoing copyright infringement lawsuit by publisher Nexon. Nexon alleges that ex-employees at Iron Mace use assets from a shelved Nexon project for their game. Previously available on Steam, Dark and Darker was removed due to these legal issues, but players can now purchase it directly from the developer's site or via Chaff Games, a digital platform that some users have raised security concerns over. And the game is still awaiting a rating from the Korean Game Rating Board, rendering it unavailable in its home country.
Despite the setbacks, Iron Mace remains hopeful that Dark and Darker will return to Steam, and the company still firmly denies the plagiarism accusations and are standing by the authenticity of their work. New data has revealed that Linux has surpassed macOS as the second most used operating system on Steam. The latest Steam hardware and software survey from July has shown that 96.21% of users stick with Windows, with Linux coming in at 1.96% and macOS at 1.84%. That's being driven by the Steam Deck, of course, which is Valve's portable gaming system. It's quite sad to see macOS become the least used operating system, seeing as the computers are so popular, but without something like Proton, which allows PC games to be played easily on Linux, maybe it's no real surprise.
There are a lot of Steam Decks out there now, so many in fact that Valve has announced this week that you can buy a refurbished device directly. They represent a pretty good saving and carry the same warranties, but it just feels rude now, Valve, that you still don't sell the Steam Deck here in Australia, new or refurbished. Come on, Gabe. Gamers truly are an incredible breed of people, and their dedication can push the boundaries of what even game developers deem possible. That is exactly what happened this week with content creator Angel1C, an exceptional Hades player who has taken the gaming community by storm with her impressive feat. To set the scene, the 2020 smash hit Hades has a challenge titled the Max Heat Run, a challenge deemed so grueling that even its creators never imagined someone could conquer it. Angel1C, who is a renowned figure in the Hades community, took on this seemingly impossible challenge. With the heat gauge turned up to its limit, the odds of completing such a run work out to be 1 in 6,802 chance.
Despite those odds, Angel1C completed the run. Love to see that passion and perseverance paying off. Grab your Pokeball as the latest Pokémon Presents reveals a stack of new content. More details of Pokémon Scarlet and Violet's two-part expansion, The Hidden Treasure of Area Zero, were revealed. Part 1, the Teal Mask, will be ready for play on September 13, before Part 2, the Indigo Disc, is released later this year. The Teal Mask will take place during a summer student trip to a brand new area, the Japanese-styled land of Kitakami, where you'll be introduced to 3 brand new Pokemon and find more than 200 Pokemon that weren't previously featured in the base game. Then, in the Indigo Disc, players will travel to the water-based Blueberry Academy, where you will explore 4 artificial biomes and fight a new, tougher Elite Four. That's not all for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. A new event called Get Mew and Mewtwo will allow you to obtain Mew by entering a mystery gift code word and catch Mewtwo through a special Terra Raid battle.
Detective Pikachu Returns got a new trailer at the showcase showing off the fun, coffee-loving Pikachu who's trying to solve several cases with his friend Tim Goodman. It's got a release date too, arriving on Switch on October 6. More classic Pokemon games have made their way to Switch. The Game Boy Color Pokemon trading card game and Nintendo 64 Pokemon Stadium 2 are now available to play through the Nintendo Switch Online subscription service, joining other classics like Pokemon Stadium and Pokemon Snap. There are a few more announcements that made up this jam-packed showcase, including Pokemon Go, new anime, and you can check them all out in our show notes. Hey Mum and Dad, do you remember Quake 2? Well, it's back after Bethesda dropped it as a surprise this week. Night Dive Studios, the people behind the System Shock remake, have juiced those 90s graphics, improved the AI, added widescreen support, and even added a whole new expansion by Wolfenstein developers Machine Games.
It's available now for $14.95 on Xbox and PC, as well as part of your Xbox Game Pass subscription. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 is the next game in the long-running series. That's right, Activision has done it again, giving the next sequel the exact same name as the 2011 title. I Will Die on This Hill, give it a subtitle. It did get a release date though, pick it up on November 10. And what's really cool is that all your cosmetics from Modern Warfare 2 will carry over.
It's pretty likely this one will miss the older consoles, so if you haven't upgraded yet, it might be time to.
That's it for the big headlines. Here's what's coming out over the next week.
Out on August 15th is Moving Out 2. Dive back into packing chaos with new worlds, characters, and online play in the sequel to the hit physics-based moving simulator. Coming to all platforms this Tuesday.
The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood is out on PC and Switch on August 16. It's a sci-fi witchy fortune-telling game with some point-and-click gameplay that looks really stylish. It's published by Devolver, so you know it's probably good.
Out Thursday, the iconic Red Dead Redemption will be coming to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. Whether you're a newcomer or an old hand, saddle up with John Marston in his quest against the Vandaling gang and fend off zombies in the Undead Nightmare expansion. Pick it up on the 17th.
Dive into the vibrant world of Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, the spiritual successor to the iconic Jet Set Radio. Graffiti the streets of New Amsterdam, dance battle rivals, and evade police while riding inline skates, skateboards, or bikes. Coming to PC and Switch on August 18th, with PlayStation and Xbox releases coming in a couple of weeks.
Articles to read,
Videos to watch.
and podcasts to listen to.
SIFTER.com.au.
This has been Walkthrough by SIFTER. My name is Kyle Paletto.
And my name is Fiona Bartholomeus. Thank you so much for listening.
If you're looking for something to listen to now you've reached the end of Walkthrough, why not check out our brand new review show, Drop Rate, hosted by Chris Button and featuring some of the best games writers sharing their thoughts and feelings on the new releases. Search for SIFTER Drop Rate in your podcast player now. Look for the green icon.
SIFTER is produced by myself, Kyle Paletto, Adam Christou, and Daniel Ang. Mitch Lowe is senior producer, and Gianni Di Giovanni is our executive producer and edited this episode.
Thanks to Brian Fairbanks from Salty Dog Sounds for composing the Walkthrough theme tune, and thanks to Audio Technica Australia for their support of SIFTER's podcasts.
Thanks again for listening. We'll be back with more news next Sunday.